coming. I'm listening to a song that says Shangani Sukendleleni. What is that? I'm Shangani, and I was offended. And there's a gentleman from Giyani who was beat up there, who could not speak Zulu, and they kind of beat him up because he didn't have the accent for Zulu. They don't understand Amashangan. We are just now turning this whole thing into a tribal thing and into a purity test as well. I mean, that pissed me off over the weekend, to be honest. I thought I might add that in there as well. And as we talk about this, whatever is in our minds, that this much and we see now people are banning properties, etc. I'm not sure if we're not veering out of what it was intended to achieve. But anyway, I said today it's my happy day, so I'm not going to allow myself to be sucked in. Hey, Stephen from Pretoria West, good evening.
You know, my good people, on this video, I'm really touched by how people are commenting here. The way people are commenting are not constructive on any issue. So anyone comment the way they like or however. People, they don't care about how someone feel. Okay, now let's go to the comment about the video that you are seeing here. There is the first person who says, Malema said this long time ago and we didn't listen. Another one commented and said, don't come with politics in radio. Another one commented and said, don't bring that into your work space. Another one commented and said, Amazulu awafundanga. Another one commented and said, these stations' standards are very low. Another one commented and said, hamba uyolala gogo uyazela manje. Another one commented and said, Mashangani, my sister, are from Mozambique, Giyani Atsongas, and we very apologetic about that. Another one commented and said, the standard of this radio is low. Another one commented and said, CIC once said. Okay, another one commented and said, on behalf of Amazulu, we apologize and please forgive our siblings. Another one commented and said, Fusek gogo o akudlalwa la. Another one commented and said, Ukambelani amanga. Another one commented and said, Uyasihlanyela wena. Another one commented and said, thanks to Power FM for freedom of expression, best station ever. Another one commented and said, Malema said it before. Another one commented and said, gosh, really and truly? This is what radio is like now. Standards have dropped at Power FM. Another one commented and said, in SA we have Shangani or Tsonga. Can someone educate? Another one commented and said, you are pissed off. This is a funny radio station. Another one commented and said, as a journalist or a presenter, you were supposed to vary all the information before ukhuluma umsangano izinto ongazazi. Another one commented and said, exactly how it feels when Malema sings Kiss the Farmer song. Another one commented and said, uyasijwayela nale radio station o ebedayo. Another one commented and said, nawe uzenza upapa pheni. Another one commented and said, used to listen to Power religiously until I picked up influence and narrative. I stopped. Another one commented and said, don't start. You know that's not true. Please gogo. Another one commented and said, Fusech wena gogo. Another one commented and said, don't take it personally. It's not about you. Just do your job, please. Another one commented and said, that is an old song, Zulu Warrior. Don't worry, seswamina ifana nalia yaku ngeke ngikhonze kusoshangane. Another one commented and said, Professor Credo Motwa said that this will happen. Another one commented and said, you are right, Sisi. Another one commented and said, Opambene lo makhulu sanu moya. Another one commented and said, a song is a song, don't take it personal. Another one commented and said, is she not from MK? Another one commented and said, they don't mean it, it was out of frustration. Another one commented and said, I'm worried about those who don't agree with you, my sister. Another one commented and said, uyahlanya wena. Another one commented and said, that is not true. They are trying to shift our focus. All right. In all the comments that I found here, it seems like the Zulu people, they are in fact neglecting the fact that the presenter here is speaking out about something that she heard from the song and about the incident that another Mutsonga or Shangani person was beaten up. So it's like the Zulu in these comments, they are denying that, and then instead they are blaming the station, they are blaming the lady. We are still having a tribalism issue here in South Africa, where we, in our languages, we don't have agreement, like we always fight against each other every now and then. At first we're fighting against white dominance, but later on we are fighting against ourselves. So my name is Dr. Jones. Till we meet again next time, subscribe.